The following video is from someone you might actually remember. We've posted one of his clips on this channel before. Back then, it was about a haunted teddy bear he owned. Eventually, he decided to get rid of it and replace it with another one. Same color, same design, but he made sure the original was completely gone. For a while, it seemed like that solved the problem. But here's where it gets unsettling. It's starting to look less like the teddy was the problem, and more like something inside that house has been using the teddy as a way to show itself. For weeks after swapping it out, everything was calm. No movement, no weird noises, nothing. Then, one day, he stepped out of the bathroom and came face to face with this.
Estaba por salir del baño y escuché, claro, una nena feliz. Se acaba de moverme. No sé si lo capté. ¿Y qué es, hijo de puta? Ay, se escuchó un ruido. Se escuchó un paso, no sé qué se escuchó. Deja de usar el oso. ¿Quién carajo sos? ¿Dónde estás? Toda la vida vas a estar así molestándome. Hijo de puta. Quiero que vean que acá no hay nada. Acá no hay nadie. Miren. Fíjense que no hay nada raro. Miren que acá no hay espacio para... Miren. No hay espacio para nada acá. Está pegado el ras.
As the teddy starts to move, he swears he can hear a faint voice. The voice of a child, whispering and giggling in the background. And that's what makes this whole thing so much creepier. Once the clip went online, people were quick to jump in with their theories. Some say it's proof of a spirit tied to the house itself, latching onto whatever it can to make its presence known. Others think the child's voice is the real clue, maybe connected to something tragic that happened in that home long before he moved in. And of course, there are those who insist it's a hoax, but when he moved the teddy and they realized no one was there and no strings were attached, that argument immediately died down. So what do you think? Is the teddy just a vessel, or is there something darker in that house that doesn't need the toy at all? It just uses it when it wants to. Let me know what you think. The woman in this next video, Susanna, and her husband woke up one night to their cat meowing at the door. That's not unusual, but what happened after was anything but normal. When her husband went to attend to the cat, he noticed the animal just froze, staring into one corner of the hallway like it was seeing something neither of them could. Then, without warning, the cat bolted back into the room and refused to leave. By the time they both went to check what had scared it, the moment was already gone. They didn't think to bring their phones right then, but Susanna later gave a vivid explanation of what happened. Watch this.
And Thomas goes, oh my God, this is so creepy, come in here and look at this. So I get up, I come, I look into his office, and this balloon, right? Okay, hear me out. My birthday was back in June. It was June 21st, and I received this balloon from a family friend, and I'm sentimental, so like I keep things for forever. I'll keep it until it deflates, and then I'll pack it away in my memory box. Don't judge me. But this balloon has been in the corner of our dining room since June 21st, and it has not moved. It was right here in this corner. My birthday banner or my birthday sash is still right there too. And again, it has not moved at all since June 21st. And I make a point to look at it every day because I've seen videos on here of balloons being creepy and moving around. What was it, like the Elmo balloon or something that like levitated up the fucking stairs? And the cats are all acting weird. Like you can see Autumn creeping and being all low and sketchy. And this balloon is just floating around even though it hasn't floated around for the last 2.5 months. Please make it make sense. And not it coming right towards me right now. Hello? I just think it's so crazy that it like came from the dining room down our little hallway right here and then into this room. Like why? What is the reason? Oh my God. Where are you going? And I know people are probably gonna be like, oh, are there ACs on? We haven't had our ACs on in 2 weeks. In fact, we've started to take out all of our window fans, and we even took the AC out of our bedroom just last night because we just haven't been using it. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. This is so weird. I mean, probably just normal balloon activities once it starts to deflate and whatnot, but how bizarre. I just want to see where it's going. What do you think, Barbara? Barbara doesn't go. But again, it came from that corner. Are you traveling back to your corner? No? No, okay. So this is how my morning is starting off. Just going to be observing the balloon all day, I suppose.
Her description alone is enough to make your skin crawl. A balloon that had been in the same spot for months suddenly came to life, floating around the house like it had a mind of its own. And not just floating randomly, it moved in this strange, deliberate way, almost lowering itself to slip under the doorway. Think about that for a second. Balloons don't duck to get through door frames. They get stuck, they bump, they hover, but they don't duck. Once might be easy to ignore, but when it happens over and over, it's impossible not to wonder what's really going on. At first, she wondered if there was some logical explanation, something simple they were missing. But the next clip she posted only made things worse. Because right after that strange floating scene, the activity inside her home seemed to intensify, almost like something had been awakened, or maybe something finally found its way into the house. One night, she started hearing footsteps, and this time, she didn't forget her phone. When she followed the sound, she caught something chilling. Watch.
I've been hearing footsteps, and no, it's not my husband. He's not here right now. Do you hear that? Obviously, living in a house this old, quite used to hearing noises all the time, but I swear the noises are so much extra tonight. Especially upstairs, which is obvious. It's always up here. That's crazy. Thank God that's still locked. Could you imagine? We're just going to turn off my lights together, and we are going to bring my ass back downstairs for the night. And yes, I always leave lights on up here Because if I need to come up here quickly because I hear something, I'm not coming up here in the dark.
If you look closely, that chair rocked back and forth by itself, but the second she stepped closer, it stopped completely, as though whatever was behind it didn't want to be caught in the act. Add in the faint, almost whisper-like noises in the background, and the whole thing feels creepier. But here's where viewers lost their minds. Her collection of dolls, right there in her house, sitting eerily still while all this chaos unfolded. Some were quick to point fingers at them. One wrote, "That's not a haunting, that's an open invitation." Another said, "Those dolls aren't decoration, they're vessels. Get rid of them before it gets worse." A few even swore that the dolls themselves seemed to move between her different videos, and just when people thought it couldn't get creepier, Susanna uploaded another video that really pushed people over the edge.
I swear I just heard footsteps upstairs.
This time, it wasn't just objects moving. You can hear the slow creaking sound of footsteps, almost like someone else was walking in the room with her. And then, the orbs around the dolls, almost like the energy was drawn there. For some, this was proof that the dolls weren't just background props, but the very center of the activity. Susanna and her husband, though, don't seem scared. If anything, they've grown strangely comfortable with it. They've made peace with the fact that their house might be haunted, even telling friends about it with a weird sort of pride. To them, it's not threatening, just odd, mysterious, and even a little fascinating. Imagine most couples talking at dinner about bills, weekend plans, or what to watch on Netflix. This couple? Their conversations revolve around who's gonna check out the next unexplained footstep, why the chair only moves when no one's watching, and whether the balloon is really just a balloon at all. And it's not limited to nighttime either. Even during her daily routines, Susanna continues to capture bizarre things.
You know, redoing our bathroom upstairs so that way I have my own private girly bathroom all to myself was such a great idea in hindsight until I have to come up here at 5 a.m. to do my skincare, and I'm greeted with these vibes. Coming up to my bathroom. Just not really sure how I feel about the situation. Yeah. But the gang is all accounted for and Susanna is chill, so That is good, I suppose. Amelia, please. I did switch these 2 rooms around and reversed them, so hopefully the gang is okay with their new location. Susanna, please. But for now, I will just be in my haunted bathroom, doing my morning routine. Oh, hell no. Oh, absolutely not. Oh my god. Nor. Okay. Okay.
If you listen closely, right after she says, "coming up to my bathroom," a voice cuts through the audio. Some say it sounds like a woman, others say it's a man. Either way, it's not hers. Susanna doesn't seem too rattled by the voice itself, but what really unsettled her was what came after, finding her attic door unlocked. Now, anyone who's watched her videos knows that door is always locked. They make sure of it, because whatever is in that attic isn't what they can deal with.
We're not going upstairs right now, Susanna.
In the daytime, trying to work up her courage, Susanna decides to check it out. But even then, she ties a rope to the attic door before climbing up, just in case it slams shut while she's inside. Think about how terrifying that must feel, to take precautions just to step into your own attic. Whatever's hiding in that attic, it hasn't shown itself fully yet, but with the way things have been escalating, it feels like it's only a matter of time. Now, this next clip was captured when a group of explorers decided to visit an old cemetery that had a reputation for being different. The locals always warned people to stay away after dark, claiming strange noises could be heard echoing through the trees, cries, laughter, and even the sound of someone dragging chains along the ground. Some say the cemetery was built on top of an older burial ground, one where graves had been disturbed long ago. But the strangest legend tied to this place is about a child who was buried with a small wooden stool. According to the story, the stool was placed in the grave so the child could rest their feet in the afterlife, a gesture of comfort from grieving parents who believe their spirit should never stand tired. But over the years, visitors claim to see the stool moving on its own across the cemetery, as if the child's ghost was still searching for a place to sit. And anyone unlucky enough to see it was warned that they were already too close. So when these explorers stepped inside, it didn't take long before things got weird. Watch this.
Bien, 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 se volvió a mover. Se volvió a mover, amigos. ¿Cómo te llamas? Solamente quiero que lo muevas otra vez. Muévelo. Bien, amigos, bien, 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 bien. Me voy a acercar, amigos, me voy a acercar poco a poco. Me voy a acercar poco a poco, bien, bien, bien. Bien, 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 nos lo puso, bien, bien, bien. Uy, no manchen, no manchen. Hola. Dice que te sientes en el banco. A la madre, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso?
The stool suddenly began to move on its own, and the moment one of them tried to get closer, it slid across the ground with such force that everyone froze in shock. That's when it sank in. Whatever was here clearly wasn't happy to have visitors. At this point, most people would have taken the hint and left, but these guys didn't. Instead, they pushed forward, determined to explore the rest of the cemetery. And not long after, they caught something else. Another sign they weren't welcome. Watch this.
¿Vieron la botella? ¿Vieron la botella? ¿La vieron? Si estás aquí, manifiéstate. Escucho algo. Escucho algo. ¿Hola? Mira, se cayó. Al mismo tiempo, amigos, al mismo tiempo. Mira alguien ahí al fondo. Buenas noches. ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Ay, Dios! No. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Hola? Ay. ¿Quién eres? Ven. ¿Hay alguien aquí? ¿Hay alguien aquí? ¿Hola?
By now, the atmosphere had shifted completely. The explorers admitted they felt watched, like dozens of unseen eyes were following every step they took. They realized that hanging around in the Palace of the Dead was more dangerous than they thought. As they were about to leave, they noticed a building standing far from the graves. It looked abandoned, run down, and they assumed maybe it wasn't tied to the same energy as the cemetery. But once they stepped inside, they quickly realized that whatever had been trying to drive them out was here too. Watch this.
¿Hola? Uy, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Hay alguien ahí? Escuchen. ¿Alguien está aquí? Uy. Ay, Dios. Les voy a poner luz blanca solamente para que la vean. Vean nomás. Ay, no manchen. Uy. ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¡A la madre! Acaba de dar vueltas, amigos, Dio vueltas, se lo juro que acaba de dar vueltas. Acaba de dar vueltas, amigos, se lo juro que acaba de dar vueltas eso. ¿Te encuentras en este lugar?
Something was in that building, and it didn't want them there either. After that final encounter, they left and never returned. To this day, no one can say for sure what was behind all the strange movements. Was it the soul of a child with that infamous stool, or perhaps the spirits of the disturbed graves finally pushing back against trespassers? Whatever the case may be, this one still remains a mystery. Some people put cameras in their homes to catch intruders or check on pets, but this family installed theirs for a much different reason: to catch proof of whatever kept making their house feel wrong. Ever since they moved in, the dining area was the epicenter. Glasses would rattle for no reason, and once, their child's toy that had been left in the hallway turned up on the table the next day, perfectly centered where nobody could have placed it. They started clearing everything away each night, tucking breakables out of sight, but it only grew worse. Tired and scared, they finally told the realtor who sold them the place. He didn't laugh, but he asked for proof. So one night, they purposely left the table set, and what their home camera recorded is the clip you're about to see. Watch. They sent the clip to the realtor and he didn't dismiss it outrightly, but what can a realtor do besides pass along disclosures and advise a buyer? A video may prove something unusual happened, but it doesn't change a bill, clear a title, or quiet a house. For the family, the choice is narrowed into a painful question. Keep living somewhere that rearranges your life while you sleep, or walk away and risk passing the problem to the next owner. Now, this next video is about a woman who's been fighting a slow, exhausting mystery inside her own home. Little things at first, then more obvious signs that something isn't right. For 3 years, she's woken to toys in odd places, found doors that were locked the night before hanging open, and watched lights blink in patterns that don't match faulty wiring. The most creepy part is that once in a while, the house will smell of medicine or cold metal for no reason she can pin down. She's tried rational fixes, new locks, an electrician, swapping rooms, but nothing removes the unease. Tired of chasing answers, she set up cameras around the house and checks the footage whenever she can. On August 23rd, 2025, the cameras finally recorded something that unsettled her to the bone. Watch. The first clip was recorded while her little boy was asleep and she was taking her bath. The second clip is even stranger. It was early in the morning and you can see she enters from the opposite direction the figure was going. She posted the clips hoping to either get help debunking them or finally find someone who recognizes the pattern and can point her toward a solution. Cameras have given her proof she can't ignore, but they haven't given her answers. So what do you see in the footage? In this next clip, a Colombian man's workout session turns into a nightmare, but when he contacted the gym's owners to lodge a complaint, they didn't believe a word he said until they pulled up their own camera feed and their skepticism turned to shock. Have a look.
No, mire, la luz. Fue fruta, fue fruta. Mire, mire. Y de esto hay una segunda toma, ahorita le muestro la segunda toma y hay cosas que no se ven en la primera. Échale ojo. Ahí, mira eso, mira eso.
Uy, ¿eso qué pasó? ¿Por qué eso se
esa
mueve?
Esa vaina es pesadísima, eso es pesadísimo.
¿Sí?
Sí, parece eso es una energía muy mala.
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿Qué le pasó?
Mamá, mire.
No, Dios, no, no, eso no es normal.
Sí, yo sé
eso
que...
no es normal,
Sí,
no.
ya sé.
Trying to make sense of it, the owners sent out an email to their clients asking if anyone else had ever experienced anything strange inside those walls. The responses that came flooding back were chilling. One woman admitted she'd often cut her workout short because she'd hear heavy footsteps pacing right behind her on the treadmill, even when she was the only one in the row. The most disturbing account came from a longtime member who revealed that years ago, the building had been a warehouse where a fire claimed several lives. Ever since, she said, she believed the place carried that energy, and now the footage seemed to prove it. The gym owners have yet to announce what they'll do next. Some say they should bless the building, others suggest moving locations altogether. But for those who once thought the man's story was nothing but nerves, the evidence leaves no more room for doubt. In the following clip, a guy has been hearing things outside his house, most times when he's coming home late or when he steps out around midnight. One particular night, after hosting some friends for a small get-together, he went into his backyard to take the trash out when he heard it again. Listen carefully.
Yo, dead ass, I'm hearing screaming out here. Listen, listen. Yo, what the? Yo, what the hell? Yo, it just stopped. Just fucking stopped. What the fuck? Yo, bro, what the fuck?
He explains that there's an alley running right behind his fence, and for weeks now he's been catching the sound of either a distant yell or a drawn-out moan echoing through the night. At first, he brushed it off as stray animals or people wandering through, but a few strange incidents began to change his mind. One night, after hearing the noise, he noticed his motion lights in the backyard flicker off and then back on, almost as if something had moved through the space undetected. On another occasion, he found the gate to the alley cracked open even though he swore he had locked it earlier that evening. He still tries to convince himself it's nothing serious, but between the flickering lights and the unexplained gate, he's starting to wonder if this alley holds more than he bargained for. So the question is, was it really just an animal roaming in the dark, or something much harder to explain? Let me know what you think. This next video was captured in the University of Southern California, where talks of a bathroom ghost have grown into something of a campus legend. According to reports, staff and students have noticed a ghostly presence in one of the university bathrooms. A pale, clean-looking figure with what seems to be a playful obsession with soap and water. It's often described as if the ghost is tidying up or amusing itself with bathroom supplies, almost like it's trying to keep the place in order. So one day, a student decided to see if there was any truth to the stories. Watch this. Just a few seconds into her recording, the soap dispenser can be seen working on its own. No hands anywhere near it, no one to trigger the sensor. Then, almost like the spirit realized it was being watched, the lights began flickering the moment she pulled out her phone, and stopped as soon as she did. Now, whether this is a playful prankster from beyond or something else entirely, no one can say for sure. But one thing's certain. After this video, the bathroom ghost isn't just campus gossip anymore. It's become one of USC's strangest unsolved mysteries, and students are still daring each other to go find out if it will show itself again. Ouija boards are often sold as simple party games, but many believe they're far from harmless. For centuries, they've been connected to terrifying stories, strange voices coming through, doors slamming, objects moving, and even full-blown hauntings that spiral out of control. The common warning is simple. Once you open the door, you may not be able to close it. And in this clip, a young woman is now facing the chilling consequences of playing one.
are you? Why the f you in my room? Get out of my house. Dude, what the f? Dude, leave the doll alone! Who the f are you? What happened? Who are you talking to? There was a whole... I don't even know how to explain it.
She admits that at first it was curiosity, just a late night session with friends who wanted to see if it worked. Ever since then, she's been dealing with things she can't explain, but the bigger question is, if you willingly invited something into your life, do you ever really have the power to send it away? Now, in this next clip, a mother who's already exhausted from hearing her young daughter talk to unseen people and describe detailed stories about imaginary friends is starting to think there's more going on than a child's imagination. The girl often points to corners of the room, laughs at things no one else can hear, and even insists on setting an extra plate at the table for someone she calls the visitor. Concerned, the mother reached out to a medium who suggested she try recording her daughter the next time she interacted with this unseen presence. And when she did, this is what she caught.
What? What is it? What is it?
It's underneath.
Huh?
I hear something.
What did you hear?
I hear something.
Yeah, but what?
I hear something.
You can hear something.
Yeah.
What?
What is that?
Can you see something?
What is that?
I don't know. What is it? Huh?
Where? Where is gone?
What?
Where is gone?
What's gone?
Over there.
Huh?
Over there.
Over where?
There.
What do you mean?
In the place right there.
What is it?
Oh no.
What is it, Billy?
What's that?
I don't know. What can you see?
Black.
Oh,
It's black.
he's black.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
does he talk to you?
It's coming.
He's coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is coming.
huh?
Bird's coming.
Yeah.
A baby's coming.
A baby's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he told you?
A sister's coming.
Sorry?
Sister's coming.
Sister's coming.
Yeah.
Right. Did he tell you that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's Butter?
Huh?
Where's Butter?
And a brother.
Yeah.
Right. That's interesting.
Over there.
He's out there.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's there?
What's he doing out there?
Where's one?
No, where did he go?
Over there.
Over there?
Yeah.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where's the school?
I'm not sure. Is he your friend?
Go for her.
Huh?
Go for her.
What?
We go help for her.
He's gonna help her?
Yeah.
Oh, so is there another one?
Where's the big one?
Oh.
What's the big one?
Is there a big one and a little one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where's the little one?
Do you like the little one?
Yeah, where's the school?
I'm not sure.
I'll go for her.
You gonna go find her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mommy find her.
I can't see her.
Mommy here find her.
I can't see her, Bubba. Only you can.
Maybe her.
Huh?
Where's going?
Do you know what her name is?
Where's going?
I'm not sure. What's her name?
Where's going?
I don't know.
Just say hello.
Really?
Just say hello.
Oh, what else did he say?
Mommy,
Yeah.
say hello.
Oh, hello.
She's yet to get a response from the medium, but hopes it's not what she thinks. Now, in this next clip, the popular ghost hunter Ian, who you might remember from previous videos on this channel, continued his exploration at a cemetery near Timberlake Road when something chilling unfolded.
Hear anything? I don't know if I'm just tripping out. I thought I heard freaking footsteps over there. They were like walking down the road. Hello? Is there someone over there? Hello? Whoa! What was that? Holy crap! That was like a straight up glow. What the heck was that?
1 second, he spotted a faint glowing shape, and the next second, it was gone completely. He quickly recalled the legend of the woman in white who had lived along Timberlake Road, lost her entire family on the same day, and ended her own life. Trying to remain calm, Ian called out, stating his intentions and assuring that he meant no harm. But before he could even finish his words, this happened.
Right. I can see you over there. I know you're here. I know I can't hear you anymore, but I can still feel your presence. Whoa. What was that? Dude.
The following clip was recorded by a guy named Jay when he and his cousins went to a cemetery. Watch this.
Imagine somebody just walks in.
It's church time. Come inside.
What, you scared me?
Come on, let's go, guys. Oh, I thought that was a flower.
Where?
Are you recording?
Yes. No, yeah, I heard that.
No, but no, you heard that, right?
According to Jay, when they reviewed the video again, he swore he heard a voice that didn't sound like any of them, almost like someone singing in the background. And then came the faint squeak of what sounded like a chair shifting across the ground. That's when they realized this wasn't just their imagination, the place was different. But what do you really expect from a cemetery, especially one like this? Locals say years ago a caretaker lived on the grounds and was found dead in his small office, slumped over in his chair, and some still claim they hear it creaking late at night. Others whisper about a woman who wanders between the headstones humming lullabies, searching for the grave of the child she lost. Some even claim to have heard names being called in voices they recognize, only to turn around and find no one there. With all of those tales already surrounding this graveyard, Jay can't help but wonder if what they captured is another piece of the puzzle, or just coincidence. What do you think? This next video was captured by a woman named Ayers, who's become known online for recording the weird things that happen around her house. At first, it was small, coins spinning on end in the middle of a table with no breeze, a framed photo sliding slowly across a mantle, but over the years, the activity grew stranger and, at times, frighteningly violent. One night, a stack of plates toppled as if shoved by an invisible hand. Another time, a lamp was flung across the room and smashed against the wall. This time, whatever was in the house focused its attention on a single spot and the camera caught every second. Have a look.
There you go, see? I knew I saw it. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, I don't know if you got that then, but it sounded like a bit of a growl. I'm not scared here. Guys, are you seeing that? It's not me, look. There's nothing there. I'm keeping it there because I don't want to get my kids' pictures on. What the fuck? Oh, Christ. Sorry, Lord. Why are you moving my flowers now? Buy your own. Wow. It looks like you've rearranged them. How bizarre. My little girl got me those and I've had them for years. So please don't wreck them. Oh, that is my stool. Hello? Do you want to give me a message? Is there anything you want to tell me? Who are ya? Oh, I've got a bit of a tap. I don't know if I picked that up. If you are my father... Oh. See, this is why my head starts to go peeps, because every time I mention my dad, bad things start to happen, and it's like he's really trying to... I don't know, I just can't understand it myself. How bizarre. It's just crazy. If it's you, Dad, do something again, please. It's just some plastic flowers, they're not even real. Seems to be gone now. I'll upload that, guys, and give me a comments and likes and tell me what you think. Bizarre.
Ayers admits the activity often spikes the moment she starts talking about her dad, a pattern she finds impossible to ignore. Skeptics say coincidence and camera tricks can explain a lot, but when movements become aggressive, it's harder to chalk it all up to gravity or a loose shelf. That raises a painful question she's had whispered back to her by viewers. If this is her dad trying to reach out, why would a loved one's spirit act like this? Why the anger, the sharpness of the movements, the times when it seems to be trying to get her attention rather than comfort her? The theories keep stacking. A number of viewers claim they've seen what looks like a Ouija board tucked away in a corner of one clip, a detail some say airs never mentioned. That possibility changes the tone. If there's been an attempted communication device in the house, maybe whatever answers came back weren't friendly. Others suggest a pendulum effect, that an invitation was made and something latched on. This is where things start to get pretty creepy. There's even older footage. Airs posted a clip all the way back in 2014 showing the same kind of unexplained motion. That long timeline makes this harder to dismiss as a single prank or a one-off glitch. Have a look.
Is that it? I'm doing it all night, come on. Take a break. What do you want? Guys, are you seeing it? Whoa. How is that possible? Come on, it's in a jar. At least they didn't lie to me. Cheers for that. Thank you. I am shaking.
So, if objects have been moving in inexplicable, often aggressive ways in your home for years, what could that mean? It could point to a persistent haunting, a presence that's attached to the location. It could be poltergeist-like activity tied to repeated emotional turmoil in the household. Or it could mean someone opened a door spiritually long ago and whatever came through never left. But like the other clips, I'll leave you to decide. It can seem cute when kids talk about having an imaginary friend they like to spend time with, but the moment they start panicking, pointing into thin air, or acting terrified at things no one else can see, that's when the situation takes a darker turn. And that's exactly what the mother in this next clip has been facing. Watch this.
Where's Halloween? I know. Show me. There. Where? There. Go over there and show me. Where? There. Home. House. Go. What is it? Ghost.
She explained that she didn't post the video for attention, but out of real concern, hoping for advice. According to her, it's no longer just about bedtime stories or playful chatter. The child wakes up several times in the night, screaming as if something is right there in the dark. For a parent, it's terrifying, not knowing if this is all imagination, a sign of something psychological, or something much more unexplainable. And the more it happens, the harder it becomes for her to convince herself that nothing unusual is going on. Looking back, the mother admits this isn't the first time something strange has happened. A few months earlier, she would hear faint footsteps moving through the hallway at night when everyone else was asleep. She never thought much of it until her child began pointing to that same hallway, insisting there was someone there. Now, she can't shake the feeling that she might be overlooking something much bigger, so here's the question. What would you do if you were in her place? This next clip was posted by a woman whose mother runs a small in-home daycare. One afternoon, while the kids were playing, one little boy suddenly screamed and the moment was caught on the daycare's camera. But what the family discovered when they reviewed the footage later is what turned nervous laughter into real fear. Watch this.
Were you in there? Were you in there? No. Who knocked this over? Who knocked this over? Maybe it was just yeah, what was it done? I couldn't
It can't just be coincidence that the playhouse toppled right after the boy ran out screaming. And from the way he screamed, it's clear he saw something. That kind of scream isn't the sound of a stubbed toe or a toy gone wrong. It's the sound a child makes when something deeply instinctive tells them to run. Nobody could explain it at the time, but later the video was replayed, this time frame by frame, until someone noticed a detail almost hidden in the shadows. Watch again. Look closely at the doorway. When the footage was slowed down and zoomed, you can clearly make out a pair of pale hands gripping the doorway, then retreating back into the room right after the child lets out that piercing scream, as if whatever it was reacted to him running. Now, after seeing several comments and questions, the daycare owner's daughter posted this video.
I wanted to quickly show you exactly what it was that was scaring the little kid that my mom was watching. So pretty much, so firstly we have the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to point out was that it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that. So that's just something I wanted to point out. And this is the room. The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that. I thought at first that it was like bugs or something like that, but it looked almost like two hands like gripping on the top, like leading into this room, just like. But the main thing, and the reason that the little boy was screaming, is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason. Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors. We already found someone who's going to take it off our hands and pick it up off Facebook Marketplace, but we have been keeping this room off limits.
They tried to get the boy to describe the face he saw, but he couldn't. He just screamed and would only say it was bad. To prevent this from happening again, they covered the mirror with a sheet so the other kids wouldn't be spooked and kept that room off limits while they investigated.
Sorry about the squeaking. I'm sitting on like this little, it's like a swing thing. I don't know. So my mom runs a daycare, as you probably like guessed. She's had it for a couple years now, a good while. She's pretty established with it. I wasn't home, I was out doing groceries, so I actually didn't see it in person. Okay, I came home and my mom showed me the video and I was like, oh my god. So the kids came in, everything was fine, and my mom went to go grab something from the living room. And then she heard the kids screaming and ran over, you know, just like immediately ran back. I mean, she's great at what she does, so obviously she did that. And yeah, so obviously she didn't know at the time. She really just thought like one of the kids had knocked it over, because I guess they were kind of rowdy earlier too, so she genuinely thought that they knocked it over. That's why she's like, you look at the footage, I mean, you guys saw it, like it literally just... So to me, at first when she was telling me, I was like, oh, that's kind of spooky, you know, but like I didn't really think anything of it. But then when I was like watching the video, it kind of really freaked me out. So yeah.
They tried to come up with normal explanations, maybe a camera glitch, perhaps a bug on the lens, or a doll's reflection catching the light, but many viewers disagreed. And then this next clip made people stop arguing about optics.
That's creepy. Do it again. Do it again. I'll wait. Do it again. Open the gate.
This time the child safety gate opens on its own on camera, and if you watch closely, something presses out against the sheet, like fingers pushing from the other side. The terrifying thing is, there shouldn't be another side. Under the sheet sits only a vanity mirror. There are no moving parts, no hidden compartment, nothing that should be able to press out against fabric like that. They still have no idea what was underneath the sheet, and they realized they needed to act fast for the kids' safety.
That we're gonna keep the room closed off from the kiddos for now, so they can play in the rest of the space. We actually are going to go ahead and get rid of the vanity. We put it on Facebook Marketplace. Obviously, we told them like, hey, like, we think that this is responsible for some weird haunting stuff. They said they were fine with it, so I don't know. This is closed off for now, so the kids are just gonna stay here and not in there anymore until we get this figured out.
The daycare owner is terrified, not just for herself, but for the parents who trust her. And she's desperately trying to figure out if this is a natural hazard, a prank that got out of hand, or something far darker. They've asked viewers for advice and haven't ruled out temporarily closing the daycare if a definitive safety risk is found. But until there's an explanation, or they post new videos, this remains a mystery. The following clip was captured by a man who went fishing, and on his way back after he was done, he heard something that stopped him in his tracks. Watch closely.
Yo, what the What the? Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo!
When he posted this online, the reaction was mixed. Some people ignored the mysterious voice completely and instead criticized him for walking into a women's restroom with his camera rolling. But if you look carefully, it was actually the men's bathroom. The sign is right there on the left side of the door as he enters. Now, here's why he had his camera out. He had just used that same restroom to freshen up after fishing, and he was certain no one else had entered. But only a few steps away from the building, he heard a voice echoing from inside. Knowing he'd left it empty, curiosity pulled him back, this time with his camera recording. What makes this even creepier is the local legend tied to the spot. People say a young lady was misbehaved with by a group in that very area, and tragically, she didn't survive. Some believe her spirit still lingers, trapped in that moment of terror. So, was that the cry of her spirit replaying the past, or something else entirely? You decide. In this next video, a woman named Angeli who lost her dad always believed he never truly left, that his spirit could still be felt in his house. One holiday, she and her siblings brought their kids over for a family hangout at their dad's place, spending time on the deck where they used to gather with him. One night, something happened that left them speechless. Take a look.
Off, please. All your grandkids are here. You can turn it off.
We're not scared.
Sometimes it takes them a minute to get the energy.
We're not scared. We're not scared.
I don't know. I think that's going crazy. Jerome, do you see all your grandkids make it?
I've never seen it flicker.
Turn on, Jerome. Make it turn.
What? Well, and it never flickers like
Jerome,
that.
can you turn
Look
it
at that
off
thing.
and show the kids that you're here with them. Turn it all the way off. No lights at all.
Do it.
Just wait. You gotta give them a couple seconds.
Yo, pause that.
Jerome, show your grandkids that you're here and turn it off.
I can't miss this. Can you turn it off?
Dad, turn it back on, Dad.
He's
This
here.
thing is
He
listening
here.
to me, dude. Dad, turn it off. Dad, turn it off.
He will.
No way.
That's nuts, dude.
Give them a minute.
This thing never, like, it's going nuts right now.
It's kind of cold out here.
One of you guys ask them to turn it off.
Can you turn it off? Please turn it off. We're not scared. We just want to see you turn it off.
There it goes.
Can you turn it back on?
Jerome, turn it on.
Can you turn it off?
Okay,
I'm
just
making a video.
Jerome, can you make it go crazy? Make the lights go crazy.
Whoa! What? That's good.
Can you blink for twice if you're Jerome? It might be hard to do.
Yeah.
Go on, off, on, off.
Shut up, bro.
That's him. No, it's doing it again.
On, off. Okay, now
Yeah, I
go
told
crazy.
him.
Now go crazy. Dad.
It's him. 100%.
There it goes. Okay, now go on, off, on, off. Look at that.
Did it for a second.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it. Literally popping everywhere.
Tell Grandpa you guys love him right now because he's here.
I love you, Grandpa. Oh, this.
He is
It's
here.
almost like he's trying to talk through
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Jerome, do you think, I know you're out here, but do you think that
You can come
could
in the
turn the
house?
light off in here? Could you try to turn the light off in here?
No
What is
way.
it? Or make it flicker inside the house?
Make it flicker. No way. Make it flicker.
Or maybe move a candle again.
Make it flicker. Wait, turn it off. No, this turns off. It's in here now.
At first, Angeli thought it could all be a coincidence, until they began asking for specific things to happen, and the responses followed in ways that were far from random. But that wasn't the only strange thing during their stay. Later that week, when the kids were already asleep, this happened. The mini fridge swung open on its own, and right after, glowing orbs floated across the room. To Angeli, this felt like her dad's presence again, and honestly, this wasn't the first time. Every visit to her dad's house seemed to come with its own subtle signs. The old rocking chair on the porch, which was her dad's favorite seat, would start moving slowly by itself. Other times, family photos hanging on the wall would tilt or fall without reason, and she often smelled the faint scent of her father's favorite cologne, even though no one in the house wore it. For Angeli, it's becoming harder and harder to brush it off as coincidence, but what do you think? Was her dad really trying to reach out? Or was it all just random chance? Now, this next clip was captured by a guy just a few days before he finally made the decision to leave the house. It's one thing to deal with unrest caused by something you can see. At least that way, you know what you're up against, and maybe even how to protect yourself. But it's a whole different ballgame when the source of your fear is completely unseen, unpredictable, and impossible to prepare for. That's exactly what he says he's been living with since the day he moved in. Watch this.
Jackson is like laser ass focused on this right now. He won't, like, you alright? I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure. Are you kidding me right now? There is no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. There is no way. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff. What the fuck?
He admits that he doesn't really believe in ghosts in the traditional sense. He doesn't picture a spirit in white sheets walking around. But what he does believe is that there are strange, unexplained phenomena that science hasn't quite caught up with yet. And this clip, according to him, was the final straw. The following video is about a guy who had just purchased a new home with his girlfriend. They were still settling in and had only just started painting the living room when this happened. When this was recorded, he was heading downstairs to get ready for work, but the moment he reached the bottom step, he heard a strange creaking noise, followed by what sounded like faint footsteps in the next room. Spooked, he ran back upstairs to grab his gun, thinking maybe someone had broken into the house, but there was no one there. At first, they tried to brush it off as a one-time occurrence, but then, one night, exactly at 2:24 a.m., the basement camera captured this. Hearing voices at this hour is never good news. Some believe this could be a spirit bound to the property, perhaps a former resident unwilling to leave, but this still remains a mystery to the couples. This next clip is about a group of explorers who decided to investigate an abandoned adult foster care building. But little did they know, it would be the last time they ever set foot in a place like this. They began their investigation in the basement, where they chose to use the Estes method, a popular but eerie technique in paranormal research. For those unfamiliar, the Estes method combines sensory deprivation with live spirit box communication. One investigator, known as the receiver, wears noise-canceling headphones connected to the spirit box and is blindfolded, cutting them off from the outside world. The other, called the operator, asks questions aloud to any spirits present. Now watch closely.
She said don't go in the bathroom, right?
No, she said in the bathroom.
I'm kind of weak, I can't really...
Who's in the bathroom? Henry. Loud.
Yeah, that was loud.
What was that?
It's right next to the bathroom.
Elena.
Elena's messing with the pipes?
Yeah. Play.
Play what?
You.
How did you know that? Kaya, why is that scary to you though?
Because I'm the one who asked the question. Who do you want to play with?
Oh, dude.
Hello.
Dude, I'm scared. Who's here?
Who's here? Who's in here?
Me.
I heard that and it's recording. What the Wait, you weren't in the bathroom?
We heard this on the wall. Swear to God.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, look,
what
tosses
is
his
that?
back.
No.
The receiver, unable to hear the questions, simply repeats whatever they hear through the static. And the theory is that spirits can manipulate those frequencies to respond in real time. And because the receiver doesn't know the questions being asked, it minimizes the chance of bias or fakery. But in this case, what they got was more than just a strange coincidence. The next clip was recorded by a woman who lives with her family on Civil War land near the Battle of Huck's Defeat, and according to her, this ground has never really been quiet. Here's some backstory. When the land next to hers was cleared and graded, she went searching for arrowheads and quickly uncovered several artifacts. Among them, she found odd black balls, later identified as coke balls, a byproduct of an old iron forge. And sure enough, when she searched near the old forge area, she uncovered a very old button. The moment she picked it up, she claims she clearly heard a name in her mind, Roan. She felt strongly impressed that this forge had belonged to him, and that he may have once served the people of Brattonsville, where the battle itself took place. She grew so connected that she even painted a picture of him, a muscular, dark-haired man, shorter than average height. But despite all of this, she had never once heard his voice, which is why what happened on the day she recorded this video came as such a shock. Watch this. She had set up a motion-activated sprinkler to deter critters from her garden, but on this day, while working on her deck and building a trellis, the sprinkler kept going off, yet nothing was ever there. Later, when she reviewed the footage, she noticed something far stranger. A voice, and not a faint noise that could be dismissed, but a clear phrase with inflection saying, "I trust you." She was alone and no one else was near her property, yet others who reviewed the clip heard it just the same. So the question is, was this the voice of Roan finally speaking after all this time? Or could it be something else entirely, lingering on this land tied forever to its violent past? The following clip was captured by a man at work who decided to film a bird that had gotten into the shop. But instead of just catching the bird on video, he ended up recording something he never expected. Take a look. If you listen closely, you'll hear a voice saying, "Leave." Some people believe this was actually a helpful spirit trying to assist him, almost like it was warning the bird to fly back out before it got trapped. But others have a very different take. They point out that the voice doesn't sound directed at the bird at all, but at him, as if something in that shop didn't want him there and used the moment to make itself known. So was this a protective spirit lending a hand, or a territorial entity sending a warning? You decide. Now, in this next clip, a popular ghost hunter named Ian went exploring along Timberlake Road, a stretch of darkness shrouded in some of the most unsettling legends in Minnesota. Locals whisper about a grieving woman who lost her entire family and is said to wander the road at night. Others speak of phantom hounds, dark shapes with glowing eyes darting between the trees, and shadowy figures silently watching from the woods. And nearby, in a small cemetery, there are countless claims of ghostly children seen playing among the gravestones. While Ian was there, he heard a strange sound echoing from the trees, but as he tried to trace it, his camera caught something that made his blood run cold. Watch this.
So that was a freaking animal. You'd think I would see it, or something, or hear it even further, but it just went through here, and then it's just gone. Just like that. Oh, God. Hello? Is anyone out here? What the hell was that? It just sounded like a freaking light over here. It was real faint. It was just floating around. Hello? Whoa. I think I just saw it over there now. What in the world is that? Is it like a glow bug or something? I mean, it is possible. There could be lightning bugs out here. I don't know. It looked a little different to me. It was like a different color. It wasn't like the typical color. Hello? Who's out there? There it is again. What the heck is that? I keep seeing like these weird lights out in the woods here. As you can see, there's just nothing. Hello? Are you a spirit? Watching me from the woods? Oh God. What was that? There's definitely something out there. I'm gonna try to take some pictures. Who's here with me? Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh my God. Dude, that was a straight up set of eyes staring back at me. And now there's nothing. Nothing in these photos. What the hell was that?
It's one thing to visit a place with no history and stumble across the unexplained, but when you step into a road already drowning in stories of grief, loss, and hauntings, there's no escaping the fear of what you might run into. And for Ian, what he saw that night is something he won't ever forget. For more haunting videos including Ian, subscribe to the channel now. This first video was recorded by a nurse back in 2019, inside a care center when a resident specifically asked her to film while cleansing a room they called the death room. The idea was simple: show the others there was nothing spooky about it so they'd finally stop being scared to go in. But in the end, the video never got used. And after you see what she caught, you'll understand why. Have a look.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name.
This room already had a pretty dark history. A lot of residents had passed away in here, and weirdly, people say whenever someone stays in this room, they either get really sick or pass away within a month or two. On top of that, staff have talked about strange noises, sudden cold spots, even objects moving when no one's near them. No wonder the seniors started calling it the death room. And if you look closely at the footage, you'll notice the rosary suddenly moved, but not in a gentle sway. It snaps upward, like someone actually yanked it. Sure, you could say maybe the woman moved her arm and made it shift, but in the clip her body doesn't move at all. Which is exactly why, even today, nobody wants to stay in that room, and this one still has people wondering, what really happened here? In this next clip, two roommates were woken up in the middle of the night by the sound of things scattering in the kitchen. Now, this wasn't the first time they'd heard it, so instead of just brushing it off, they grabbed a camera and went to check it out. But here's the strange part. By the time they walked into the kitchen, everything was dead quiet. No clattering, no movement, nothing. And just like every other time this had happened, they figured it was probably a rat. Until this happened.
Experiencia paranormal enviada por suscriptor.
Hermano, están penando brígido. Pues ojalá pase de nuevo. Mueve el vaso. Por favor. Te desafío a que muevas el vaso. ¿Puedes mover el vaso? ¡Conchetumare!
After seeing that, they started piecing together all the other weird moments they'd had in the apartment. Glasses shifting on their own, utensils clinking when no one was near the counter, even hearing what sounded like faint footsteps when they were the only ones home. Now, some people tried to debunk this one by saying maybe there was soap in the sink that made the glass slide, but if you listen closely, you can hear it scraping along the bottom. And if it had been soap, it wouldn't have made that sound. So what do you think? Did they jump to conclusions too fast, or was this one actually paranormal? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Now, in this next clip, a woman named Kyla was walking home late at night with a friend when they noticed something strange up ahead. Watch.
That guy made me feel suspicious about a woman being trapped in there.
You think somebody's trapped in there? You think they're saying SOS?
Yeah, like help me. I don't want to be.
But it stopped when I walked down there. What happens if I walk down there? I'm gonna walk down there. I'm gonna walk down there. What's gonna happen if I walk down here?
Hi, Kyla, come
on! Still nothing. Jesse! It stopped! Jesse, it stopped! Jesse, it stopped! Okay. Light. Oh!
The light kept blinking, almost like it was signaling for help. But here's the creepy part. When Kyla got close enough, it stopped. Some people argue this isn't paranormal at all. They say it could have been faulty, and honestly, they make sense. But others swear it felt too intentional to be random, almost like someone or something was trying to get her attention. The way the light blinked steadily, almost in rhythm, before shutting off the second she walked closer, it felt more like a response than an accident, almost like something wanted her to see it, but not get too close. So is this just a case of bad wiring, or did Kyla stumble across something she was never meant to see? You decide. What do you do when your own home, your safe place, starts acting like the enemy? That's exactly what Jorge, the guy in this next video, is dealing with. He tried everything he was told to do. Pray more, show no fear. In the name of Jesus, claim authority over this house, they told him. And that's exactly what he did. Jorge prayed aloud, he read scripture, he kept up the rituals the way he'd been told. At first, it seemed like it worked. The noise would die down, the house would go quiet, like someone had pressed pause. But that silence never lasted long. It got almost too quiet, like the calm right before something bad happens. And then, when he least expected it, something would happen. Watch this.
Yo, I just woke up. Oh, there's this. There's this. Shit. The f. Oh shit. Oh f. There's something going on out there. There's something walking around. Fuck. There's something clear up there. It looks like it's approaching this way. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh. Fuck. Oh. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh fuck.
This became almost traumatizing for him because most of the activity hits while he's sleeping. He woke up some nights with scratches on his arms, objects moved, a dark pressure in the room, and most times he wished it was a nightmare, but it wasn't. This clip is from one of those rare nights he had a GoPro rolling, and he says this time felt different. He describes the air like it was thick and charged, heavy enough that it felt like it could press you to the floor. He says it didn't feel like something passing through, it felt like something staying, watching, waiting to do harm. After years of just having to deal with the feeling alone, he hears them every day now. And the worst part is, he's starting to wonder if his prayers actually did anything, or if they somehow made things worse. So, what do you think? Did his faith push it away, or pull it closer? I'll leave that one up to you. Now, this next video was filmed by a man who had just moved into what he thought was his dream home. He loved the layout, the interior design, the whole vibe of the place, but as the saying goes, not all that glitters is gold. For months, he began noticing strange things happening inside the house. Not just the usual flickering lights or the occasional creak in the floorboards, we're talking about subtle, unnerving things, like his furniture being slightly shifted when he returned from work, picture frames tilting on their own even after he straightened them, and sometimes the faint smell of cigarette smoke in rooms where no one had ever smoked. It wasn't overwhelming, but it was just enough to make him feel like he was never alone. Finally, after ignoring it for long enough, he decided to show people what he was dealing with. Take a look.
Right, I'm going to record it, because I've had a couple of bangs now. The last one was quite violent, and it came from upstairs. And it sounded like a door being shut. And I really don't believe me when I'm here. Oh, bathroom light's on. Oh, and our door is shut, look. So, yeah. Huh. What's that doing on and why? Alright. Oscar? Oscar? Are you in here? Is that you? Oscar? Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, whoa! You? What the fuck? Oscar? Whoa. Hello? Oh, this is horrible. Oh, I'm fucking sweating. There's nothing in here. You can't get anything in here anyway, as you know. There's so much crap in there. This is just fucking shit.
After posting this, most viewers couldn't even blame his cat Oscar for going completely MIA. The poor cat was probably tucked away in some dark corner, refusing to keep up with the constant chaos. Animals are supposed to have sharp instincts, and if even the cat didn't want to be around, you know something's off. But then things got worse.
Alexa, stop. that just come on? To show you the time, we just ended a live Sunday night. Literally just ended a live, and as soon as we ended, that came on.
Appliances started malfunctioning. His microwave would turn itself on in the middle of the night. His TV would change channels like someone had the remote, even though it was sitting untouched on the couch. And his smart speaker? That thing started answering questions he never even asked. He decided to set up cameras around the house so he wouldn't have to rely on carrying his phone every time something happened. At least this way, he could catch the activity even while he slept. And that's when things took a turn for the worse. In the middle of the night, his bedroom door creaked open, slowly, like someone was sneaking in. And if you listen closely, you can hear what sounds like a faint voice whispering, "Shh." That was enough to leave him rattled. Whatever's going on in that house isn't just random, it feels deliberate. And now he's stuck asking himself the same question every night. Is he living with a restless spirit or something far darker that's already made itself at home? Either way, he still doesn't have an answer. So, like so many other videos, this one remains unresolved. The following clip is about a lady named Jeanette who had only just moved into her new apartment, but after she settled in, something deeply unsettling happened. Watch this.
Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment. Please go of my apartment.
Now, there are probably several questions running through your mind right now, like, who exactly is that man, and how did he get inside without her noticing? Some might even be wondering why her phone just happened to be on the floor recording when it all happened. There's been a lot of debate about this footage. Some say the man was a ghost, that Jeanette accidentally captured paranormal evidence on camera. Others suggest she needs to dig into the history of the apartment, wondering if he could have been a past tenant. But in the eyes of skeptics, it's much simpler. They think she should just start locking her doors and windows, claiming it was nothing more than an intruder. And for those questioning the phone recording, she actually had it running before all this happened, filming herself dancing. At the start of the clip, many viewers say the man can be heard whispering, "Remember? We're friends," while Jeanette responds in panic, No, I don't remember." She was clearly terrified. But the next time it happened, she wasn't alone. Watch this.
What? I saw a man in your bedroom. You saw a man in my bedroom? Yeah.
It was right there between the green table and the bed, against the wall like this.
No.
Oh my God.
Tell me how I saw someone.
This time, they called the police, and while officers searched the apartment, they heard scratching sounds coming from the wall adjacent to the room, but no one was found. And then came the incident that nearly broke her. To this day, Jeanette still can't explain the handprints that suddenly appeared on her bed. You'll notice them right after she grabs the pepper spray. So, was this the work of an intruder hiding in plain sight? Or was Jeanette dealing with something far worse? You decide. In this next clip, a man grew tired of hearing his 2-year-old daughter constantly claim that there's a ghost in their house. An idea he's far from comfortable with, because according to him, the only ghost allowed under his roof is the Holy Ghost. One evening, curiosity got the better of him, so he picked up his phone and decided to follow his daughter as she walked through the house, pointing out exactly where she claimed the ghost was. Have a look.
Ghost.
Right there.
Right where?
Right there.
Come here and show me. Where's the ghost at? I don't see nothing.
Right there.
Go find it. Come on, show me. Hold my hand. Where's the ghost? Right where? Okay, say bye, ghost.
Bye, ghost.
Okay.
At first glance, he doesn't see anything. No shadowy figure, no movement, and he doesn't even feel any negative energy either, which makes him hope this is all just the wild imagination of a curious toddler. But here's the part that makes things unsettling. For days leading up to this, his daughter has been oddly specific. She doesn't just say ghost. She points to the same corner of the living room, or waves toward the hallway when no one's there. Sometimes she even greets it with a cheerful hi, and if you've ever been around little kids, you know how convincing they can be when they're certain about something. That's why some viewers believe that children, being more innocent and unfiltered, may be more sensitive to energies or presences that adults can't perceive. So, is this a child's imagination running wild? Or is his daughter actually seeing something her father cannot? In this next clip, a family was having a random conversation one night when suddenly they heard something. Watch.
No, they're gone.
When
They took my tubes out. I have no fallopian tubes.
I think the year my mom passed, I had like maybe 4 cycles that year, and that was it. I know you heard that shit.
Just said that. I heard that too.
Said hello?
Huh?
Oh. No. That's why I thought it was you earlier talking on the damn camera.
I heard that too. I didn't know what it said, but I heard it.
Hello.
Hold on. Was it in here or out there?
I don't know. It was over here
I'm
somewhere.
going home, kids, load up.
Was it in here or over there?
We don't know. That's why we walked over there. It was a female voice. Hello?
I heard it too.
What?
Look at your phone. Is your phone on?
Sorry. Not mine, not my watch.
So someone said hello?
Yes. It was a female voice.
You needed that big. I heard it on the camera. Did you hear it?
See? See, you didn't. Did you hear
It's
that?
on the camera.
I did hear it that time.
Goodbye.
Mom, I'll kick your ass to next week.
What's
No.
up, son?
It said hello, goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.
It didn't say goodbye.
No, I'm saying goodbye.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm like,
According to the mother of the house, all of this began after a series of heartbreaking losses. First her little girl, then her mom and dad. And ever since, strange things have been happening. After this first recording, their Ring camera started sending them several person-detected notifications. Then, one night around 11 p.m., she was still awake watching TV when another alert came through. She stepped outside to check, and this happened.
Well, no, I thought camera 8 was connected to camera, like, over here. 4, 3, and 2, but it's not. So that would explain a lot of deaths that I've had. I completely... Oh my gosh, he's moving fast, actually. Oh my gosh, dude, he's moving so fast. Okay, play audio here. Dude, hold on, I gotta close this then. Oh my gosh, dude, wait, why is it? No, he might actually kill me, dude. I don't know. No, there we go. Oh man, imagine dying with cheat codes on. That'd be a challenge in itself right there. 6 a.m. you did it. Alright, let's see. You've unlocked what? Huh? What kind of bear is that? Wait, what kind of bear is that I just thought?
This time, she swears she hears a voice say hi, and it's starting to unsettle everyone in the family. But that wasn't the only thing. Later that same night, she caught something even more unsettling. Listen carefully.
Like, if the Chicos are active, then this won't count. Yeah, like they're active. Except for camera 7? Huh? It goes to camera 8. What is this lineup?
According to her, it was a laugh, and at this point, she was already getting confused, because if it were her mom or one of the loved ones she lost, a hello or a hi could make sense, but laughter? Why would they be laughing? Some viewers speculate that laughter is rarely a comforting sign in the paranormal, often linked to mocking or deceptive spirits pretending to be something they're not. Others believe it could still be a family member trying to lighten the mood in the only way they knew how. She's certain it didn't come from the TV, and the next time it happened, there wasn't even a TV on. It was during the day when her son had just woken up from an afternoon nap. Watch this.
I'm going to talk to you. This is you. I got home. Yes. Home. Then listen to me. Wanna listen to me, but wanna listen to me. Wanna listen. Wanna listen, boy. You wanna listen. Stop the boy. You wanna listen. Wanna look and sit for you. You don't freak out. Well, you. Wait. Ghostman. Ghostman. Ghostman, you say yes. Your eyes stupid. You don't like you anywhere. You struggling ghost. I'm going to talk to you after you go to bed. So I'm here so I can see you. Tell you past. What? I'll skip. Give you one. Listen to me. I'm you ghost. I'll be okay. Ghost. I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet now. Okay. Don't be quiet. Don't be quiet!
If you listen closely, you'll hear a man's voice, responding to the boy, and yes, she's asked him what this man looks like. According to her son, he has geisha eyes and is dark. Strangely, that description doesn't match her father or anyone she's lost. So now her concern has turned into real fear. But it didn't stop at voices. The activity grew more physical and more aggressive. Plates sliding across counters, chairs dragging on their own, and once, an entire cabinet door swinging shut with enough force to make everyone in the kitchen scream. One evening, while preparing dinner, this happened.
It's dinner time! Now go outside. The lady said she don't want peas. Go outside. You're right. I don't want broccoli. I had this.
She has no idea who or what has taken root in her home, and she still can't figure out if it is her family trying to reach out, or it's something else feeding on their grief and using it as a way inside. So for now, this case remains unsolved, and we can only hope things don't get worse. This next clip is a perfect example of when ghost hunting goes terribly wrong. David and a few other explorers decided to investigate an abandoned cemetery late at night, the kind of place where silence feels heavier than it should. Have a look.
Alright, so out here, Polk City Cemetery, not exactly known for being haunted, but we brave adventurers out here. Honestly, kind of creepy, but we were up there on the mausoleum using a Ouija board a little bit ago, and honestly, starting to get a really weird fucking vibe from it, but... Oh.
What's the craziest way to be welcomed in a cemetery? For David and his crew, it was the gate itself swinging open on its own. Now, that might not sound like much at first, but think about it. This gate was stiff and heavy, the kind you'd normally struggle to push open even with both hands. And yet, it moved slowly, as though something on the other side was inviting them in. To make it even creepier, the gate hadn't budged when they first arrived. It stayed still and silent, but the moment they were about to enter, it opened. Some people say cemeteries are places of rest, but others believe the spirits trapped there are always looking for a way to make themselves known. So let me ask you, if a cemetery gate opened itself like that, in the dead of night, would you still step inside? Or would you take it as a warning to turn back? This next clip was captured by Donna Ayres on December 12, 2014, during what seemed like an ordinary day at home. At first, it looked harmless. A single coin, shifting slightly on its own, like maybe there was a breeze in the room, or perhaps the table wasn't completely level. But soon, Donna realized something was very wrong. Watch this.
Guys, I just thought I'd put you back on. That coin seems to like me very much because it just won't stop. It seems to be it's just doing its own shit. And you've got to see this. It is freezing, by the way, on where I'm stood, and I can hear. You wouldn't believe me if I said, because you'll think I'm losing the plot. I'm not. How is this possible? Guys, you've got to be seeing this. Who are you? What do you want? Are you restless? What do you want? Why won't you leave me alone? What is it you're trying to tell me? Guys, you're seeing this, aren't you? This is ridiculous. Guys, this is ridiculous. Are you? No, sorry guys, but I'm just coming in here. That coin just f***ing flew at me, right at me. Something. I don't know if it's because I have a Ouija board now and I'm egging this spirit on, but it's getting very violent, very. I'm just going to upload this footage now, guys, because there's too much happening now.
The terrifying part was when the coin didn't just slide, it flew straight toward her, as if thrown by an unseen hand. Startled and shaken, she admitted something that many viewers were already suspecting. Maybe it had something to do with the Ouija board she'd been using earlier. Maybe she had unknowingly invited something in, something restless. Or worse, something angry. She uploaded the footage almost immediately, hoping for answers before things escalated further, but even now, Donna says she's still looking for other opinions about what really happened that day. So what do you think? Was this a case of poltergeist activity tied to the Ouija board, or could there be another explanation? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. This first clip was filmed by a guy at his girlfriend's apartment after she kept telling him something weird. Every night, around the same time, it sounded like someone else was inside with her. At first, he laughed it off because she said it so casually, he thought she was just messing with him. But one night, she called him in full panic, and that tone was different. So he drove over late at night, and this is what he ended up catching on camera. Watch and listen closely.
But I'm here at my girlfriend's house by myself. She always says it's haunted because it sounds like somebody is walking around upstairs. I've never heard it until now.
This one scared me.
I always say it's not haunted because the house is a little old. But it legit sounds like there's somebody upstairs. I will swing on a ghost, or if it's a person, I don't care. Who's up there? Oh my God, they're like at the top of the stairs.
You could hear it though.
Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise.
Now here's the thing, how do you handle an intruder you can't even see? Some people watching this clip think it's totally explainable. Maybe the pipes in her apartment bang at the same time every night, or maybe there's an old ventilation system making weird sounds. Others pointed out that in older buildings you can sometimes hear neighbors moving around and it sounds like it's coming from inside your own place. But then there's the darker side of the speculation. Some say this isn't just about creaky pipes or neighbors. This feels like a residual haunting, where the same activity happens at the same time every night, almost like a loop. Others even suggested sleepwalking or shared hallucinations, but the timing is what throws everyone off. People in the comments have been throwing out ideas on how to handle it. Set up cameras in every room, call in a paranormal investigator, bring a priest or spiritual leader to bless the space, or just move out and don't look back. But what about you? If this was happening in your home, same time every night, noises you can't explain, what would your first move be? Now, this next clip comes from a guy named Josh, who finally decided to speak up about the things he's been dealing with in his apartment. Watch this.
Okay, I keep hearing shit up here. Is anybody else home besides me? There's definitely what's coming from. I don't care. I left it on, so that's okay. Not again. I don't want to deal with this. I do not want to deal with this. Nope, not again. Not again, not again, not again, not again. Not again, not again, not again, not again.
He calls it the Hat Man. Some people say when you start seeing shadows in your house, especially shadowy figures with hats, it's not just a trick of the light. In folklore, the Hat Man is known as a type of shadow person, a dark presence that watches but rarely interacts. Others think it's more psychological, linked to sleep paralysis or extreme stress. Basically your mind playing tricks when you're half awake. But posting this clip sparked a heated debate online. Ghosts don't have shadows. One side insists if a ghost is pure energy, it can't block light, so there's no way it should be casting a shadow. The other side claps back with, no, shadow people are their own category. They're not ghosts, they're entities, and that's why they look like living darkness. It turned into one of those arguments where both sides are convinced they're right. But back to Josh. it's not just this figure. He's woken up to find the cross in his room flipped upside down, heard whispers he can't explain, and says he never feels calm at home. And when there's no peace in your house, it messes with your mind. So what do you think Josh is dealing with? And the bigger question, do ghosts have shadows, or is this proof of something completely different? Like other videos, I'll let you decide. This next video was captured inside a museum in Nottingham, England. And to most people who visited this place, what you're about to see wasn't much of a surprise. The building is home to one of the UK's most unsettling collections of paranormal artifacts and haunted objects. Officially, it's called the Museum of Curiosities, but many still know it by its old name, the Haunted Museum. Early one morning, around 6:18 a.m., one of the security cameras recorded something that still has people talking. Watch closely. A human bone said to be over 400 years old appears to shatter on its own. And with the kind of history this museum holds, it's hard to pass that off as simple coincidence. Because here's the thing, this place isn't just a random collection of antiques. It houses cursed dolls, Ouija boards, and ritual objects linked to witchcraft and the occult. Visitors have reported sudden drops in temperature, hearing whispers when no one is around, and even feeling like they've been touched by unseen hands. Staff members themselves have claimed to witness objects moving, lights flickering, and in some cases, guests collapsing after feeling overwhelmed by the energy inside. So when a clip like this surfaces, the question becomes, was this really just an old artifact giving way to time, or was it something else entirely? In a museum that has a reputation for storing haunted relics, the idea of paranormal interference isn't so easy to dismiss. So what do you think? Was this just fragile history crumbling on its own, or something far darker at work? This clip is about a delivery guy who, in his own words, lives life one day at a time. But recently, his days have been anything but ordinary. For months, he's been trying to explain the strange things he's seen and heard while on the job. But every time he shares his stories, his friends either laugh or brush it off as him being dramatic. Everything changed on the 14th of September, 2022, when he was assigned to deliver at a newly developed site with fresh, unfinished buildings. The place looked quiet, almost too quiet. But as soon as he entered one of the buildings, he began hearing strange sounds echoing from deep inside, footsteps when nobody was there, faint voices that seemed to vanish the moment he tried to follow them. At first, he ran out, unsettled, but he couldn't shake the feeling that what he heard was real. So the very next day, he went back. This time, not for work, but for proof. Have a look.
I'm at this house in somewhere, North Carolina. Brand new house. Just has been built. And I was making a delivery here yesterday. And I kept hearing something upstairs. And I'm the only one here. I was here by myself. But something kept bumping around up here. Sounded like somebody was walking across the floor. So today we're going to come check it out. See what it could be. It's kind of odd. As you see, nobody's here. I'm here by myself. Nobody's around. Every single room is empty. Closet. I don't see anything that would have been moved or could move that's up here loose or anything. See, nobody's here. Nobody's hiding anywhere. Nope, nobody. Nobody. See? Now who in the hell is crazy now? Did you hear that thump? See, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. Just me. What the hell? See, nobody's here. What the hell was that? It's a brand new damn house. Nobody's here. We'll go for a minute. Still gotta make sure so everybody doesn't think that I'm crazy. I have somebody here with me. Nobody's here. Just me. Nobody's here. He's back out to the hall. Nobody's here. Let's see what could be going on. See, nobody's here. There's nothing possible that could be bumping around by itself or thumping. Nobody, nothing. No animals, no nothing. So, strange how a brand new house is already haunted. Let's see. I just needed proof. But yet again, nobody's here. Proof.
What he recorded stunned even him, and now he's sure that the noises weren't just in his head, they were real, and now undeniable. But he's still worried his friends will dismiss it as edited audio or coincidence, so his plan is simple: bring them along next time. Because sometimes, he says, people only believe what they can see and feel themselves. The woman in this next video works at a 911 dispatch center, and if you've ever worked late nights in a quiet building, you know how unsettling little noises can be. But what she experienced went way beyond that. Here's the first thing she captured.
So I'm just sitting at work, and I hear things fall in the lobby. Not sure. And the lights are off. They were on. Oh, and they're on now. All right, yeah, I'm gonna be done with that. Oh, nope, I'm done. I'm done. Okay. Oh, what was that?
Now, because of some sensitive information posted on the walls, she had to place her camera down. But these strange events had already been happening for weeks. She talked about hearing phones ring that weren't connected to any line, drawers sliding open by themselves, even the faint sound of someone whispering her name when she was the only one on duty. The scariest part? It all seemed to start the day her boss mentioned relocating the dispatch center to a new building. And once viewers picked up on that detail, the theories poured in. Some said that the very talk of moving might have disturbed whatever's attached to the building, like a spirit that didn't want to be abandoned. Others suggested the activity could be tied to the calls themselves. After all, 911 dispatch centers handle stories of life and death every single day. Could those energies be leaving an imprint? Either way, after her first experience, she decided to start documenting everything. She wanted to show her boss exactly what was happening, hoping he'd finally take the moving out idea more seriously. And here's what she recorded next.
So I'm at work again. Poulter's acting up as we're now referring to her. And maybe it's somebody. I don't know. Nobody should be here. There's literally no one here.
After posting that, people began urging her to go one step further, to actually try communicating with whatever was behind this. Maybe it was trying to send a message, or maybe it just wanted to be acknowledged. And that's exactly what she did. Have a look.
Okay guys, I'm gonna do what some of you suggested today and try to communicate with the spirit at work. This is just a proof that no one is here with me. I'm here by myself. No one here. I'm gonna try not once for yes and twice for no. Is there anyone here with me? Do you know who I am? Are you stuck here?
But this is where things escalated. What happened next had her seriously considering quitting her job on the spot.
So, y'all have been following my polter diaries here lately. So I'm pretty sure there's something standing in the doorway to the break room. Am I crazy, or is that somebody standing there? Do y'all see that?
When she noticed movement was the moment she completely lost it. The online reaction exploded into debate. Some argued that not all shadow figures are malicious, that sometimes they're just neutral presences caught between worlds. Others insisted these beings feed on fear, and the more she acknowledged it, the stronger it would become. A few skeptics chimed in too, saying long night shifts and the stress of handling emergency calls could easily play tricks on her mind. But if that were the case, how do you explain what she caught on camera? Her boss eventually stepped in, promising she wouldn't have to work alone again. But many think he wasn't just trying to reassure her. Deep down, he probably wanted confirmation for himself. After all, if multiple people started seeing the same things, that would be a whole different story. And then, one night she was back on duty, this time not by herself. But what happened next proved she wasn't imagining any of it.
Hey guys, this is just an update to let you all know that I'm okay. I'm back at work today, but I'm no longer working by myself. I have someone here with me. Everything's been fine so far. We haven't had anything today, so... And here we go. What was that? What? It came from the hallway. Oh my god. No. Oh my god.
At that point, it became undeniable. She wasn't just hearing things, she wasn't just seeing things, it was really happening. But since this last clip was posted, there's been no clear update or further explanation, and like so many other cases, this one remains a mystery.